Thank you guys. Give yourself one time. We're out here in the elements. We're out in the elements. It's cold out in Merced, y'all. We need that fire. I know. I should take a quick tally though. Who's the water tribe in the house? Water tribes? No? Earth Temple? Earth Temple? Y'all riding that Aang stuff? Y'all know? Earth Nation? Earth Nation? Fire Nation in the house? Y'all just saying that because I'm here, man. Nate Whitman be up in here, y'all be like, we're all water tribes. We have Cora up in here. Look at that. Fire Nation Ferrets in the house. So, you know what? I'll do a question before I do my last poem. Any questions? Anyone have a burning question? I want to talk because this is the deal. I'm going to be upfront right now. I love going to colleges and talk to colleges. I personally did not go to college. So when I go out, I love meeting students and love finding out what they're studying and love what's going on because really, it's your time. It's your time. Y'all about to inherit this whole world, the business, all of it. So I'm really fascinated in talking to you guys and how you guys are thinking. So we'll do a question or two and then I'll kick a last poem or something. Questions? Yeah, what's up? What's your name, Dawn? What's your name? What's up, Elizabeth? What's your question?
My question is, out of all the roles that you've played, which one's your favorite?
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Right.
Good question. But there's a thing, Elizabeth. I can't choose between roles. It's like parents choosing between their kids or whatnot. But more than that, there's a thing about us as actors. So the roles, there's been like so many great roles, right? That I've been lucky to play that have been able, you got to be able to see. So what's your favorite role? Like Rufio or something, or like Dolph?
I grew up with Rufio,
Right.
and after Rufio, I was a fan of Zuko.
Zuko, awesome. There's a thing, like for artists, when we're doing it, the audience, the way you guys see it for the first time is as an audience watching it, whether in a movie theater, on television, even in the theater, watching theater. But for us as actors, our first experience is doing it. Like the reason why we're doing it is less about getting that audience appreciation later on, it's really doing it. So when I watch films I've done or television shows I've done in the past and characters I've played in the past, it's like looking through a photo album of my life, right? It's like, oh my God, I miss that dude. Rest in peace, Rob Williams. You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta call this kid up. I haven't talked to him, we need lunch. Or I used to date that girl, and that was cool. But it's like, so when I look at the characters I've done and the projects I've been in, that I've been lucky to be in my career, it's really like looking at that time in my life. So what's the best part of your life? I mean, it's all good, you know? Thank you. Questions? Yeah, Dawn, what's up? What's your name?
Asia.
What's up, Asia?
Okay. As a minority in Hollywood, did you face a lot of discrimination?
As a minority in Hollywood, have I faced a lot of discrimination? I'm gonna say yes and no. So this is the deal. We all know as Americans that one thing you cannot do, it's against the law, is to hire or fire anybody based on race, religion, sexual preference, right? However, in the Hollywood game, in the Hollywood world, you can't even get in the room unless you fit certain criteria to get in the room. So it's all based, I'm not gonna say on a racist system, but it's based on what you look like. It's like, that's part of it. So, have I faced it? Yeah, I faced it, like I said. Filipinos, Asian Americans in general are the least amount of roles in Hollywood. So we all facing, all the Asian Americans in Hollywood are facing that there's not any roles for us as compared. There's like, at the census, it's changing now. They did a census a few years ago and it was like for every 100 white roles, there's one Asian role. So one Asian role for every 100 white roles. And that's guy or girl. We don't know if it's gonna be an Asian girl, we don't know what age it is. So it's not necessarily for you. So of course I face racism in the industry, as we all have. But at the same token, I mean, the ability, the amount of I've been able to work over the last 3 years, people go, wow, you've been able to succeed. Because the reality of Hollywood, like the world, is it's hard. You know what I'm saying? There's no easy street. It's not easy. It's not easy for my white friends. So, I have faced it, but I've overcome it. But to succeed in Hollywood, you have to overcome everything as part of it. That's part of the journey. Questions? Yes?
What is it like working as a voice actor?
What is it like working as a voice actor? It's fun. It's cool. It's one of those things where now, like I'm not the greatest voice actor in the world, you know?
Yeah, you are.
No. Here's the thing. No, I love acting, and I feel like I'm a good actor, and I've never trained to be a voice actor. So if you watch like Jake Long or you watch like Zuko, it's still my voice, right? Which is cool. So my voice has become very recognizable. In a weird, that's weird. And so I'm sitting next to really amazing voice actors like, John DiMaggio or Phil Lamar or Kevin Michael Richardson, where they're doing so many different characters, or Grey DeLisle, and then I'm just there doing like my one, usually teenage boy, angsty or whatever, or hip hop, but it's fun. Like the idea, acting it whenever is really cool. But now it's weird because my voice has become, sometimes they ask like Dante Basco type voices or something like that. That's weird. Or like how people that are just fans of my voice acting really know my voice, which is super strange because it's like, you go to Starbucks and then, you go to the counter and you're like, can I get a grande hazelnut cappuccino? And then the barista's like, have you put Zuko? And then you're like, yes, I am. And so that's weird. That happens a lot. That happened one time, like, the guy didn't tell me that at Starbucks in like Bulgaria, I was shooting a movie in Bulgaria this year, and then I didn't know they spoke English, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, like they're calling out for coffee, like, Zuko, tall. I'm like, what? I was like, I didn't even know you spoke English. But they watched some Avatar. Questions? Yes.
What is the funniest story you remember working on the set of Avatar?
Funniest story? I don't know. Funny story? It's always fun. I mean, memorable story? So my most memorable story of doing that was when I first met Mark Hamill, right? Yes, Mark Hamill. So I'm doing the episode where I meet Ozai, my father. I mean, not meet him, but that's the first time I'm meeting him. But it's the scene where Zuko gets scarred, right? So we're in the studio, and for some reason that day I did the whole script by myself. Nobody was there. So I went through the whole script, and they're like, oh, you gotta do the fight scene, and you gotta do the scar scene. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm sitting there, and now I don't remember if this is exactly how it happened, but this is how it happened in my memory. Because I swear it was raining outside. And it was like evening, and then all of a sudden, in comes a guy. And I swear he was wearing all black. And I was like, that's Mark Hamill, right? But I'm like fanboying inside, but I gotta be a professional, so I'm cool. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? And then he just kind of comes in stoic, and then we go into the scene. And so we're acting, and he's an amazing actor, Mark. And so he's there, and he's getting in the scene, we're fighting, and we're doing all the sounds of the fight, and he's like, and I'm saying the lines like, Father, no, Father, right? And he's like yelling at me, and then I get scarred, no! And then he just kind of leaves afterwards, right? And then I'm sitting there just exhausted, and I'm like bugging out because I was like, I just did the Luke Vader scene with Luke Skywalker. But I played Luke and he played Vader. It was crazy. It's probably one of the most surreal moments of my life because I'm a big Star Wars head. And Star Wars. And so to work with Mark Hamill and do that scene was crazy. And now we've done some other projects together, and it's kind of nice to consider Mark Hamill like a buddy, you know? Crazy. It was dope, though. Question, you in the blue. What's your name, man?
My name's Ian.
What's up, Ian?
Just asking, as a
how do we physicalize our acting in the fight scenes? First off, the great thing about voice acting is no one sees us, so every actor becomes a kung fu master instantly. It's like the Matrix, you just download that. No, it's actually ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Like literally, you gotta make sounds. You're in the booth. I'm a person who stands up, and you. Well, I did like an episode of something with. I forgot what the show was, but I know it was like me and John Cho, and we were like fighting each other in the show, right? And we both supposed to know kung fu. We don't know no kung fu. So basically, you feel ridiculous. The director's like, do some kicks, and you're just doing the kick sound, but you're like, I don't even want to do it now because it's embarrassing. So you're doing sound. No. You want me to do it? You just make sounds. Ain't that what the fire band for real? So it's just like you're just doing some key eyes and stuff. Y'all done some kung fu. So just me and John Cho going back and forth like we're fighting each other, but like in the air. And you can hear some sounds. So you're like, cha-cha, like whatever. Then you get hit. So you're like, get some hits, you're like, It's just really ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna move on. Questions.
I do.
Yes.
What's the question you wish people asked more of at Q&As?
I don't know. Q&A questions? There's so many. I don't know. I mean, it depends, you know? I don't know.
What do you wish?
I do, because I answer a lot of questions on my Tumblr in the middle of the night, and the questions, y'all do Tumblr? So like my Tumblr, we go deep. And it's good. I'm like a night blogger, so I'll answer a lot of crazy questions, and I'm nominated for Oscars, but for doing things like East West Players. And then after realizing that he has been my uncle, my father so many times in my career, it really dawned on me at that time, like, oh my God, I'm a part of that lineage of actors, right? And then you get this responsibility thing. So what happened for me is not stopping acting, but also continuing to do other things. Like I created a film company called Kinetic Films, which is an Asian American film company where we get to produce and make films with Asian American leads. So you can see our first 3 films online. Me and Kev Jumba in a movie called Hang Loose. We produced a film for Kev Jumba and Justin Sean called Man Up. Go check those out. And then we have another film called Paradise Broken where I tell a dark story in Hawaii about the dark side of the local boys out there. And through doing that, you start to see it's our duty not to just see our own career happen, but to make other people's careers happen. And then we started a creative collective in Los Angeles called We on the 8th. So like 2 years ago, I called a meeting, right? Because I'm now a vet, I guess, I don't know. I called a meeting of about a dozen like producers, like network executives, directors, writers, traditional media guys, and then also about a dozen YouTubers came out too, and cats like Kev Jumba and like Tim Delgado and like Wong Fu dudes came out, and JK Films dudes came out. And then the first question I posed to them was, why are we as Asian Americans the most affluent ethnic community in America, yet the least represented in mainstream media?
Yes.
Like, why is that? And what this got the conversation going is like not for us to complain and not for us to say what's this, it's that, it's racism. We're like, no, it's business. How can we improve this business? And so what it turned into is us meeting monthly on the 8th of the month and co-opting the 8th of the month for Asian media in America. So you can follow the hashtag We on the 8th, and it's about us bringing light to all the Asian media coming out every month and trying to co-opt that day of the month for our own stuff, and also to become this collective in Los Angeles for us to mentor the next generation of content creators. So we do stuff like that. Cool. We have a few more minutes. We'll do a few more questions and I'll wrap it up with a poem. Yeah?
So I'm a big fan of Zuko.
Yeah.
And Zuko went through.
JP?
Yeah.
It's JP, everybody.
Hey, JP! Zuko went through so much.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna give you the mic just so you don't have to scream so much. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so Zuko went through so much in Avatar. He went from being an evil villain, someone full of hate, to finally figuring out that this guy is full of love and wants to restore peace. Shout out to Ruby for Love and Hate. And so he went through so much, and he had to go through so much to learn all these. And so, what was the most impactful moment within Zuko's time that you kind of like that kind of got to you and kind of like you? Yeah. How do I say it? Like that had a lot of impact on you.
All right, JP, y'all, JP. Yeah, so what's the most impact for Zuko? The storyline itself. I mean, he taught me a big lesson, which I think it taught a lot of people, because when I first signed on to do Zuko, I just assumed he was the villain of this new cartoon, right? It's like, whatever. Yeah, it's fun. You know, it's a paycheck, it's fun. I actually didn't even think the whole thing was going to work for Nickelodeon. And what happened was, the thing he teaches you taught me in my career, in my life, and how I stumbled upon this brand new iconic character in my career, right? Years later in my career. It's the same thing, like, I just looked at this character as this villain, and then as I started reading it and I started to see this guy blossom, you realize don't judge any books by its cover. You know? You have no idea what's gonna happen. Literally, when I went in to audition for Zuko, they gave me the script, I read the script, and I walk into Nickelodeon, right? And for those that, you guys watch Nickelodeon stuff, but I go into Nickelodeon, and it's a Burbank, and it's this white building, and it has like slime on it, right? It has like, Double Dare slime on it. And then, there's like statues and big ass pictures of like SpongeBob, and like, at that time they had like Cat Dog, right? Which is cool, except they give me this script that's this anime-inspired, epic tale of Asian storylines and epics and morals, and I'm like, this is not Nickelodeon. This ain't no SpongeBob. I'm like, yo, man, this ain't gonna work. But you don't say that, but in your mind, you're like, this ain't gonna make it. Not because it's not great, it's because it's just not Nickelodeon. And little did I know that this thing that I thought in my mind was like, not gonna make it, become this super phenomenal, influential piece of art that I'm so lucky to be part of, and my character has to be one of the most impactful characters in the piece. So give it up for not knowing anything, Avatar, man. That's one of those lessons. If anything, when I talk to people, is that we don't know anything. In my career, I'm not supposed to have the career that I have. There's no roles for Filipinos in Hollywood. Things like that don't happen, but they can. They do happen. You just gotta keep working, keep believing, and kind of just not worry about what the world says is gonna happen to us, and make your own destiny happen. And there's a little luck. I can't say there's not a little luck, but the better you are, the luckier you get. So, probably got time for one more question, then I'll wrap up the last poem. Yes, right.
In your career, what is the most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment in my career.
And you gotta do it.
I don't know, man. The thing about it is, this is like embarrassing. I don't know. I mean, I've done probably some real bad movies, that can be embarrassing. I don't know, as an actor, you kind of train yourself to kind of like deal with embarrassment. Like, I mean, we perform on stages.
Firebend.
The what?
Redirect lightning.
We still never learned that one that well. So yeah, embarrassing, I don't know. I mean, I think being on stage, this is pretty embarrassing right now. Like talking about your life and career, talking about yourself. It's not like regular stuff that regular people do. So part of being an artist is dealing with embarrassment. So I don't know, I can't say. I've probably done some really, like I said, I've probably done some, when I look back, some bad movies. And then you go, at least had a good time in that country or something like that. But that's a quick question. With the last quick question, what's your question?
I'm just wondering, something that you're extremely proud of, that you are part of, either something that you've already worked on or something that is to be expected soon or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm definitely proud of, I'm proud of the Poetry Lounge. I'm proud of creating something like that's become an institution for Los Angeles and become a place for a whole generation of poets to develop their voice and start developing their stories out there. I'm proud of being a part of and creating We Own the Eighth, and again, mentoring the next generation of Asian American content creators. that stuff I take a lot of pride in. And then, you know, you're just proud that, you know, you made it through so many years and be able to do so many characters that so many people like really, you know, are touched by. And so, yeah, so I'm proud of my career too. Thank you for the question.